This is our second video in this series, right? As said, here we will try to understand the bar chart and column chart, right? So this is a representation of, it's a kind of visual representation of your data. Okay, it's first kind, right? We will go for so many visual representation. It is the first visual representation that we are going to see, which is preferred when we try to show some kinds of count, like for example, a particular category appeared for how many times, or sum up certain thing like total sales in different category, total profit in different category. Okay, so these kind of things basically we try to show with the help of bar chart or stacked or column chart, right? So let's try to use it now. So first step is what? First we have to fetch the data or extract the data. So for extracting the data, what can we do? We can go to get data, Excel workbook, right? And we can pick our data. Let's say this is my orders data that I will read from here. So it will take some time, as we know, to read the data. I can click over here. Once I click, it will show me that, okay, this is our data and that we can load. Okay. If you want to do some transformation, you can do, but as of now, we can directly load it. Okay. Nothing to do such transform. There is no such transformation required in this data. Okay. Now, once we have the data over here, right? I just loaded it, I guess, for 2 times, right? So I'll just delete one of them if I want, or I can keep both of them. Okay, like say delete model, because both are the same, so it is not required that we should have 2 times the data, right? Now, from here, let's say I want to plot something, right? So what I want to plot, let's say I want over here product. Okay, one axis is represented by product where I have different products like blender, coffee maker, jeans, or whatever the products that I have that I can see over here. Next, let's say I'll take over here the quantity. Okay, so we have a quantity, like how many quantity is being sold for each particular product. All right. Now, once we have a quantity in the product, we can do what? We can just click on one of the bar chart. Let's see this one. Okay. So this is what horizontal bar you can see that we can see over here, right? Now, if this bar is something that we can see, okay, but there are certain modification that we want to do. Why? Because obviously it may possible the color that I see is not that much good, these text are very small. Okay, I want to modify these guys. Okay, so here this thing is called what? Bar chart, stacked bar chart. That means each particular category is stacked on each other. It shows that, okay, the maximum quantity we are selling is of sneakers, okay, and then jeans, then t-shirt, and minimum is laptop. So I have to modify this thing. So if you come to this part, okay, in the visualization section, okay, in visualization section, if you see over here, we have y-axis, x-axis. Y-axis is already used by product, and x-axis is used by sum of quantity. Here you can use some other factors as well: sum, average, minimum, maximum, count, distinct count. So these things also we'll see one by one. As of now, let's say if I have to make this plot looks better. Okay, so what can we do? We can just go to this part, which is your format visuals. Okay, so at the format visuals, you will see few options over here, such as modifying the y-axis. So in the y-axis, text I want to increase. Okay, the size I want to increase because it is not looking that cool, and I can also make it bold. Okay, so that it can be properly visible, right? Color also I can change if I want to change, but it's look good. Or we can also make it black, complete black if I want, right? That's fine. Okay, maximum width we had already given over here. Okay, like if I want to increase, you can increase the width over here. Okay, or we can just keep it as it is, whatever the things that are given. Okay, now let me just make it. If I'm trying to drag it, is it getting dragged? No, I guess this will not get dragged because here this space is for filters. Filters we will see next, like in the next upcoming videos, right? Here we can switch the axis position if I want to switch, right, left. Concatenate labels, as of now it is of no use. If we have two different labels, then we use it. So such case we'll see. Thereafter, title. What is title over here? You can see the y-axis title. This product is written. So this title is not so important over here. Like, by reading these things, we can easily understand this is a product. And at the top also we have title. So there is no need that product should be written over here. So you can just make it invisible. Okay. Thereafter we have layout. Okay, so minimum category height and other things you can increase and decrease. Okay, But here we can see that if I'm increasing it, only 3, 4 category we can see. So that's why the default value we can use it over here. Now we can modify the x-axis, x-axis uh, features, right? So what is x-axis? At the x-axis, you can see it is written sum of quantity. Okay. So at the x-axis, what I want, if I want to showcase over here range value, which is from it is already taking from the data as a minimum to maximum. Okay, so it's fine. We can just ignore this range value. Thereafter, we have a values. I want to showcase the value, but I want to make it little bigger. Okay, so that it can be clearly visible. As of now, it was not properly visible, right? That's looking good. We can choose over here complete black. So just okay, then here it is not required. Okay, title I don't want to show. Why I don't want to show? Because at the top it is already written sum of quantity by product. All right. Okay, now we have bars, right? So now we have a bars which is showing a blue color. If I want to change the color, I can obviously change it as per our own requirement. Whichever color you want, you can choose from here. Okay, it's total yours, right? So whichever your favorite color, you can just use it over here as the visuals. Okay, so now bar is also set over here. Okay, and then we have over here. Okay, right. We can also give different colors to different bars that we will see. Okay, data labels. Here, if you put, it will show the actual value over here. Okay, if you want to showcase this value and you can make these things little bit bigger as well. Over here, data labels, we are seeing over here. Where is it? Okay, fine. Data labels. In the data labels, we have an option, okay, title and the value, right? So let's increase the size over here. Okay, so that it can be properly visible, right? I can choose over here black color or any other color you want to choose, you can choose from it, right? Now it is looking a little better. Okay, so now it is my data label features which we set, right? Now plot area background. Okay, if I want to choose some image in the background, we can choose that. We will do later on. Then we will come to the general section. In the general section, I can decide the properties of this layout. Okay, like for example title. So title, I want first it to be in the center, so that is coming in center. I want to increase its size so that it can be little bit more better visible. All right, so now it is visible. Okay, let's set the text color as white. Why I'm setting the text color as white? So that I can set the background color little dark. Okay, so that it can look little better. All right, so now it is set over here. Okay, then after we have effect. In the effect we have a background. It's a white background. We can choose some other background as well. Okay, let's say we are choosing over here which background cell we can use over here. Let's say little gray. All right. So here you can increase the transparency or decrease the transparency to make this thing look little bit changed. Visual border you want to use, you can use, but as of now it is not required. Okay. So these are the things we did so that whatever the plot that we created, visually it can look better. All right. So it's now looking better. Right. So same thing we can do. Okay. If I am choosing over here stacked column chart. Okay. So let's say quickly whatever that we did. Okay, if I want to do the similar things over here, this time what we can do, same like we have a product state. Okay, in each state how many quantity we are selling. Okay, we can take it over here. By default it is choosing the map. I don't want map, I want this thing. That's fine, I can just take it from here. Okay, thereafter I can go to this thing. In the x-axis we have to increase the size over here so that the state name can be visible properly. I can make it black or blue or whatever that I want. Okay, and thereafter here title I don't want because already it is showing it's a text. In y-axis I can again increase the size over here. To increase the size I can click on values. Okay, let's increase the size over here. Okay, so that it can be properly visible. I can make it black or blue. Okay, darker shade I am giving. Okay, the title I don't want, so I can just switch off the title. Then I can come to general section. In the general section I can just go to title and I can put it in the center. After setting the colors, let's say I'll make it white and I can choose over here blue. Okay, and thereafter I can increase the size over here. Okay, let's say I'll just increase it to 22. Okay, 24. Okay, put it in the center. and now everything is looking cool over here, right? Now if I want to change the background, I can click on effect. Okay, background color, I can choose whichever color is my favorite color. I can just choose from here. Let's say I'll choose it over here, this color. Okay, I can choose any color that I want, increase the transparency or decrease the transparency, right? That's what we can do. Okay, and this bar color, if I want to change, I can go to columns. In the columns we have a color given. Okay, and this color I can choose anything like yellow, or it's not looking cool, I can choose black over here. So now it is what we have that, or we can choose over here dark blue. Okay, so now it is showing us the quantity of a particular product that we are selling in each particular state. I also want to showcase over here at the top of this thing, I want to show the values. How can I show the values over here? By switching on the data labels. If I am showing the data labels, I can increase the size over here. How to increase the size? Going to values. Okay, in the values we'll get the size over here in the data labels. Okay, so this is what we have. Color I can choose from here. Let's set it to blue, right? So in the data labels, when I click on data labels, data label, within the data labels we have so many other settings. Okay, within data labels we have so many other settings, right? So one of the setting that we have is what? Below options. Option is showing horizontal or vertical, you can set from here. Below options we have title. You want to showcase the title or you don't want to showcase the title. The title is not required. Value is there. In the value you can increase or decrease the size over here. All right, so this is how you can set the properties of a particular bar chart or a column chart. I hope you understood the things. If you have anything that is not very much clear, please pin down in the comments. I'll try to re-explain that part so that things can get better for you. Thank you everyone. We'll see with the next kind of plot, which is a stack chart or some stacked area chart, line chart. Okay, so many charts are there. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to cover all of them.